we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Psychosin Project here on Total Metal Radio, and with me today over Skype I've got a bit of a living legend of the metal scene, the one and only Chris Barnes from 6 Feet Under. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thanks, Ronnie. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, man, no problem. Now, you're preparing to release your new album, Crypt of the Devil. How do you feel it turned out?
I'm really proud of it, man. I'm always really proud of the records I do. This one's just a really cool sounding album. I think the fans will dig it, man. It's got some really cool ins and outs and some interesting hooks and some fun stuff all the way around.
Excellent, excellent. Now, how have you found the sound of the band has evolved over the years?
Well, it's just always evolving, you know, everything kind of from my side of things to the music. It's just we're always trying to focus things a little more and focus our strength possible and work on the things that we think work well for us and try to do that the best we can. So I don't think we're ever standing still at all.
Yeah, yeah. So in the case of 6 Feet Under, obviously you've always had that sort of groove going, so it's basically finding the groove to the songs.
Well, I mean, I don't really look at it that way. That's more how I guess people individually might look at it. But I just look at making the song as exciting as possible from my side of things, you know, from where I work from, and you know, doing that either with different writers or just trying to explore different rhythms or whatnot, just to keep it interesting for myself. I don't really think of it as groove oriented. I just think of it as just heavy death metal.
Yep, that's cool, cool. Now, do you feel that your songwriting has improved since you was with Cannibal Corpse and since the start of 6 Feet Under?
I don't know. I'm not really looking it's not like I'm going through school trying to learn like more things or something like that. I just take each song on its own merits individually and try to figure out what works best for it and what the song itself means to me, and just try to feel how it speaks to me and accommodate it in that way, you know, lyrically and from a vocal approach as well. So I don't know about improvement. I just try to do everything the best I can. I always have. So I've always stuck to that formula. That's really where I kind of work from.
Okay, now obviously you mentioned your lyrics there. What inspires your lyrics after sort of doing this kind of songwriting for so many years?
The same thing that's always inspired me is the individual song that I'm working on and what it feels to me and at that moment listening to the music there, you know, going into my own imagination and trying to it's always like a puzzle that I need to put together with the lyrics and the vocal sound and the overall approach to it, storyline. It's kind of a big adventure with every song I work on.
Okay, now on the new album, for the studio lineup, you have Phil Hall, Josh Hall and Brandon Ellis from Cannibal Corpse. Did you find they brought a fresh perspective to the 6 Feet Under sound?
I just thought Phil had a really kick-ass group of songs that he presented to me that were like, he thought they were going to be a really good album for the next 6 Feet Under album. Yeah. And I was blown away. I thought they were, you know, really wicked songs, and you know, I wanted to work on them. I thought it would be a great next album for us. And you know, I think that's what he just brought a real good energy to the music, and it you know, gave me something to really dig into and work hard with from my side of things.
Okay, who do you have planned to be the live lineup for the band on this album?
Oh, it's the same as always. Myself, Steve Swanson, Jeff Hewell, and Lord Marco there, Marco Petrozello.
Yeah. Okay. Now, 6 Feet Under have had seem to have quite a quick turnaround for new albums. Was this the plan from the inception of the band to have an album out at least every 2 years?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we've put something out like every year. Whether it be something live, a DVD, or box set, or something like that, cover album. So I always remembered when I was a fan, and going to concerts and stuff, and I always liked to see a band every year, on a new album. That I hated waiting for 2 or 3 years for an album from my favorite band. So I always kind of have that in the back of my head.
Excellent. Now, what can people, unfortunately like myself, who haven't seen you live, what can I expect from a 6 Feet Under live show?
Just a good time, man. We just like to have fun with it. Just see where the crowd takes us too. It's always a journey, man. When you get on a stage somewhere, it's always the crowd that kind of really drives the band, and we feed off of you as much as you guys feed off of us, pretty much.
Excellent. Now, did you find writing the current album, the new album, Crypt of the Devil, which I believe is released here on the 4th of May, did you find it was an easy or a difficult album to write?
It was pretty easy. It wasn't. It didn't give me any difficulties. We got along pretty well. So
that's always a good start.
yeah. It was. It did seem pretty effortless, and I had a good time writing this one from my side of things. Phil made it easy for me by writing such great songs.
Right, excellent. Are you planning to hopefully work up with Phil again on future 6 Feet Under albums?
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the future brings? I like to keep my options open, but yeah, I would love to work with him again. He's a great guy. He definitely knows his art. He comes from a real good place with his writing, and I enjoyed working with him.
Excellent. Now, have you ever sort of thought about, or have you got any plans to have any sort of extra vocal guests on future albums with the band?
No, not really. I kind of take it as it comes, like each song and kind of what the vibe is on the album that I'm feeling as far as when I start writing something. But yeah, I don't have anything, thought on that side of things.
Okay, do you know when we're next going to see you here in the UK? Because hopefully this time I'll actually be able to come see you.
Yeah, man, Ronnie, it's been too long since we've gotten there. I don't know, booking agents and all those people that work on tours are talking now, and hopefully we'll be able to get up there and see you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been trying to see you, honestly, since you yourself, since you were with Cannibal Corpse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know it's been quite some time. So, and well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and I'm going to do everything I can do.
Excellent. Because obviously we would love you back here. Now, what is your take after all these years, obviously in the extreme and death metal scene yourself? What's your take on the current state of the scene?
I don't really listen to too much of the new stuff. I just it's been so long since I've been really a fan of this, being a fan and a fan only, that it's kind of hard for me to have an opinion about that stuff and have a real genuine opinion of it, because I'm stuck in my own world. I'm in a bubble doing 6 Feet Under, and kind of on that side of things, more or less. I have friends in a lot of the newer bands and stuff that are great guys, that are no different than any of us old timers that started this stuff back when. But yeah, there's a lot of good dudes out there that are doing things that have a lot of good fans out there that are some of our fans too. So the scene is really, from my perspective, it's always been the same. There's always been energetic people that follow us and that are really passionate about the music, and that really keeps me going after all these years, knowing that they're there.
Yeah, and obviously we've got yourself still going with 6 Feet Under. Obituary obviously just released a new album last year, and I believe Morbid Angel are gearing up for another album soon. So we've still got the classic death metal bands going, and then obviously we've got the current ones out as well.
Yeah, it has been. We've been all really fortunate to continue being able to do what we love for so long, and to have the history that we've all had, and to all of us kind of original bands are still doing what we love to do, and that's a great sign. It's a great sign.
Yeah, excellent. Now, finally, have you got anything you'd like to say to your fans out there who are listening to this tonight?
Man, it's always like, I'm always, just thankful to everybody out there for following and enjoying what we do, and just hope everyone continues to like what we're doing and like the new album, and check it out. We'll see you soon.
Excellent. Chris, I want to thank you very much for taking the time out to do the interview with me today.
Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. And like I said, we will do the best we can to get up there and hopefully meet up with you and have a nice beer or something after the show.
Sounds like a plan, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Barnes from 6 Feet Under, their new album, Crypt of the Devil. It's out here in the UK on the 4th of May. I don't know if that's worldwide date as well for the release, but it's out soon. You can check it out soon, and if you haven't seen it, I've done a YouTube review as well for it. I believe Chris has already seen it.
Yep, I thank you for that too, man. I appreciate it. It was an honest review, and it's good to know you got the vibe of the record. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I've been a fan of 6 Feet Under myself for a long time, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
I got to get up there then, man. I owe you one at least, so we'll be there.
Excellent. I'll keep you to that. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Barnes.